All right, welcome to DeanBodi Show. DeanBodi Show. Hey, everybody, what's happening? A new week beginning. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Let's get this thing kicked off on the right foot. Who's the good girl? Good girl, Bodie. Good girl, Bodie. She's the best girl in the world. Queen of Texas. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com, 800-878-9698, Bodie Hotline, Fun Line, call the Bodie line. Say something nice to Bodie, she's waiting for you. Say your first name, where you're from. We'll give you a shout out on the DeanBodi Show. How cool would that be? You know, do your little zippity-doo-dah song, because we'd love to sing it with you, and share your little, I don't know, some little journey you're going through, and we'll give you our 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cents worth and help you out with it. Hey, we're hanging out on Crazy Road on the corner of Goofy Street, and we're going to park it over here on Wacko Avenue and do our thing together. This is how we do it, DeanBodi. DeanBodi.com is the website. We got the links on there. Want to get you over to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. The social link will get you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show, YouTube channel. Man, Bodie's the greatest. We shared a brunch together yesterday. Hey, the gout flare-ups over here are squelched, for lack of a better term. We have calmed down the flames, so to speak. We have dampened out the Sharpie points, for lack of a better term. And this is what we're doing over here. You know what we got in place now? Not only do we have the medication regimen temporarily while my body's getting stronger and healing, and we're coupling it with the awesome nutrition that I'm doing, supplementation, healthy eating, where now we've dabbled into the cheat day once a week, and we're starting to graduate to what I'm calling the normal life again. Oh, yeah, baby. So anyways, we're doing our thing. So what we have in place is, when it comes to this gouty arthritis and these monosodium urate crystals that like to find their way in the small joints of the body and stab you and make your life miserable. So what we have now our kind of gout military in place, okay? This is what we got. We got the nuclear submarine guys warding off the crystal enemy, right? We got the Blue Angel flyover pilots that drop, anti-inflammatory bombs on these crystals and calm them down when necessary. We got the boots on the ground blocking off the pathways of all the trails and all of the side streets and all of the underground tunnels and over the river and through the woods, people. We got them on standby because you're not getting through. That's right. We have the guards in place. So this way, when Stabby, Pokey, and the worst of them all, Harpoony, comes around, we're like, you can't get in tonight. Oh, I know it's ladies' night and you want to come in and do your little thing and buy cocktails and buzz around and get in the little joints and cause a little havoc, but you're not coming in today. Why? Because we're keeping the uric acid down. Why? Because we're helping the kidneys function better. Why? Because we're putting together our plan so we can get down the road on this thing and then reverse it, come off of the medication, stick with the nutrition all along. This way we can have a nice exit as the kidneys are starting to rebuild and function better, and then we're going to come off and reverse it, baby. That's how we're doing it. Hey, Millie! Yeah! You hear what he's doing over there? Wow! He's really putting together a plan to help with the gout. I know, it's unbelievable. You see, when you stick to a plan, it works. Way to go, DeanBodi. So that being said, let's get this thing kicked off. Let's see how Alexa is doing today with the joke of the day. Hey, Alexa, what's the joke of the day?
Today I have a joke about clouds. What kind of underpants do clouds wear? Thunderwear.
Oh, yeah. What kind? All right. That was awesome. Alexa came through today with a good one. What kind of underpants do clouds wear? They wear thunderwear. That's what we're wearing over here. We got thunderwear on because now that we're talking about that, that's a nice little segue into the tuches. Let's talk about my body is changing as I'm getting older. And I don't know what's going on, but when I go number 2 now, hey, listen, it's okay to talk about these things. We all do it. And I'm going into the wiping phase of the project. I'm noticing that some poopy is getting on another section of the toilet paper that it never used to get on. I don't know what's going on. It's some kind of hemorrhoidal twisty loopity-loop that's creating another surface area for a poopy to get on to cause me to have to re-navigate my wiping technique. Oh, I'm sorry, those of you youngsters out there that everything's all tight and all packaged in the newly packaged when you're younger and things are all in where they need to be. But hey, as you get older, as you live your life, as you do different things in life and stresses and dietary things and you go about your beautiful journey on this beautiful planet we call Earth, things start to change. Little body parts start to get a little loosey-goosey that weren't as tight as they were, and surface areas start to, hey, I don't know, it's another landing pad for the poopster. So now we're re-navigating this now, and I'm like, oh, wow, look out, because now I have to attack it from a different angle and do our thing. Yes, we use the wipes. The huggy sensitive wipes are very nice, and that gets all the residue out and makes things all nicey nice so you don't stain your thunderwear. So listen, and also as you get older, you're going to learn that the darker colored underwears, the black, the dark blues and all that are going to be your friend as opposed to the tidy whities that have the skid marks in them. Oh, yeah. So look, we have a lot going on over here. I got to talk to you about not only is the gout, we got it calmed down and we're doing well with it. And I talked about this and we got, Stabby, Pokey, and Harpoony. We got them calmed down because we have our troops in line saying, you can't get in. You're not getting into the small joints today. Hey, party's closed, baby. It ain't happening. We're moving forward. And, unreal, man. We're doing some different things. We got the quercetin. We got that anti-inflammatory going. It's called, I think, an ionophore. A what? Ionophore. Oh, it helps zinc get across the cell membrane and all this fancy schmancy anti-inflammatory. We've added that to the list. And we're going to be getting into the BPC 157, the body protective compound. Oh, wow. What's that? What's he talking about? Oh, it's just a string of amino acids put together where it helps the anti-inflammatory process along, helps with the aches and pains of the joints and muscles and all these other things, and it helps the body with the protective mode. We're going to be trying that. And I think we're going to do the injectable and give this thing a run for its money as we're rebuilding, as we're putting together our plan, the anti-inflammatory plan, as we've been talking about for a while now. Now we're just adding some things to kind of fortify what we're already doing. Hey, listen, the science keeps going. Everybody keeps learning, and we keep on doing it. How do you know if it works? You try it. How do you know if it's going to help you? You do it. How do you know if it's going to even change anything? You give it a run for its money and you keep on it and you stay on it. That's the whole thing. Consistency is your friend. What'd he say? Consistency is your friend. Bodie and I had an awesome brunch. Oh, before that, man, come on. That deserves a few dingly ding dongs because we had a brunch. Basically, what we did was we did the Uber Eats, okay? And we did the International House of Pancakes. Oh, yeah. And it was awesome. I had the omelet. We got some nice pieces of the cooked ham. We got a nice little fruit bowl. What else did we get? We got some blueberry pancakes. And we got a Belgian waffle. Who knew? Bodie loves waffles, everyone. Bodie loves waffles. So Bodie had some waffle. Bodie had some sliced ham. That was her fantastic brunch for the day. And I did my whole thing. Guess what? No flare-ups. Oh my gosh, what'd he say? No flare-ups? That's right, no gout flare-up. It was pretty amazing. So it was nice to have a nice treat. God forbid, because man can't live off of lettuce alone. Holy moly. So anyway, we're still down to 159 pounds, which is about 30 pounds off. We're in the 150s still, and we've been here consistently for a little while. The walking is getting a little bit better. Still going through some joint pains and all that stuff big time, just from getting beat up from this adrenal gland insufficiency, number one, and the muscle atrophy. And this whole rebuilding, you're not going to get through something like this scot-free. There's no free lunches in the pain zone. Plus, I've been through a lot. I've been a gym rat my whole life. The joints and things have taken a beating. All the help we can get, we're going for it because we're biohacking. Right, Dave Asprey with Bulletproof? We're biohacking together, baby. So it's fun biohacking and doing all this stuff. Doing the Bulletproof coffees. We're doing our thing over here. We're doing our healthy lemonade with the apple cider vinegar. When we get up in the morning, we're giving that liver and kidney a nice little tickle. Good morning. How you doing? Time to wake up. We're going to flush you out and get you functioning better. Everybody's high-fiving in my body right now because we're doing our thing. So we had the brunch. Bodie, well, listen, we've added Belgian waffles to the menu on Bodie's side of the fence. She's happy. Her inflammation is getting better. We already just did the last dose of her steroid because of her folliculitis and her folliculi issue. So that's done. We just got to finish out the antibiotic regimen to help with that bacterial infection through systemically, and we're on top of it. Man, we just had, we're also going to crank up the frequency of the groomer coming out here and giving her a nice shampoo with conditioner. And we found a new one from Top Paw. It's got the coconut water in it. We got the sensitive skin one. Man, was she super soft the other day? Oh my gosh, another level of super soft. So we're getting that dialed in so she feels better. The hair is already growing back from when they scraped it and shaved it from the allergy test at the doggy dermatologist. So that's a sign of things just healing. This is what we're doing over here. So we're going to do it on a monthly now. We used to go like 8 weeks out. But look, you got to take it into consideration. You get on some of these groups on Facebook and the Sheba groups, and you don't want to bathe them too much because the Sheba has the natural oils under the coat. And listen, it depends. It depends on where you live. If you live in your own little private castle and all your Shebas are running around in your own little yard, it's kind of that protective environment. I get it. You could probably get away with a little bit more. But when you're going to the dog park, when you're walking around the neighborhood and you're next to a bunch of other apartment complexes where nobody's picking up their poop, dogs are peeing, pooping all over the place, there's residues, and there's seasonal weeds and things like this coming around over here, and that's what's going on. Hey, listen, although we had this bullberry raspberry tsetse weed that grows out here in Texas, according to the dermatologist, and I don't know, where is it growing? All I know is that Bodie's going to be fighting it off wherever it lands, and we're doing our thing, okay? So, Bodie's got her supplementation going on. Bodie's got her serum that I'm squirting under the tongue, sublingual, so it gets into the system. And we're doing that regimen also so she can build an immunity to these fancy weeds and plants and bugs and whatever else is going on there residue-wise and fight things off. Come on, we got the army going. And Bodie, we got the army going in my body and the Navy and the Marines and the National Guard and the Coast Guard. Everybody's in our bodies fighting things off, on guard on what's going on. The anti-inflammatory program, is in full swing, baby, over here, DeanBodi. Come on. Let's see what's going on over here, DeanBodi. We got a lot going on other than the great brunch we had. Other than, did I mention getting away with cheeseburgers from Five Guys. Bodie and I shared some of that the other day. Look out, no flare up. Come on, man. We're in the zone now. No, we're not doing it every day. No, we don't do that kind of thing 5 times a day. But we're doing it every now and then, so we have a nice, healthy lifestyle. 90-10 rule, gang. 90% do the right thing, 10% treat. Not the other way around. 90% junk, 10%, salad and vegetable and some fruit once in a while. Come on. That's when you're going to run into problems. Anyway, 5 years this year, clean and sober, no drinking, no alcohol. That's out of the equation. We don't do any sugar. Maybe we'll do it like once a couple times a month now, have a little treat, God forbid, but that's it. Not getting crazy anymore. Let everything calm down. Let's see what's going on over here, man. We got, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Oh, yeah. Sunny day. Everything's A-okay. Come on my way to where the air is clean. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? So listen, I was thinking about, we talked about this once before on that show. They had those 2 alien puppets, and they were around that telephone back in the day when they had a real telephone. It would ring, and the 2 alien puppets would look at each other because they didn't know what that noise was, and they would just imitate the phone. And shake their heads around, and it would crack me up as a kid. This was TV, the greatest TV of all time. Not only did you have that, right, but you had the Sesame Street skit, and I'm thinking it could have been Electrolyte. The electric company was another one, and this kind of thing. But they had this one thing where there was a parrot inside the apartment, and the plumber came. The parrot was there by itself. Let me set the scene. All right, mom left for the day to go shopping, so the parrot is there. The plumber comes to the front door, knocks on the door, and the parrot says, "Who is it?" And the plumber says, "It's the plumber. I've come to fix the sink." And then there's a bunch of dead air. And the plumber knocks again, and the parrot says, "Who is it?" And the plumber says, "It's the plumber. I've come to fix the sink." And this goes on and on, probably for hours of the day, because the plumber finally passes out on the other side of the door from exhaustion of going back and forth with this parrot. The mom finally returns home, sees the plumber on the ground, opens up the door and said, "Who's that?" And the parrot says, "It's the plumber. He came to fix the sink." Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I tell you what, let's try bowling today. Let's see if we can hit a strike. Are you ready? Oh, yeah. Another strike, DeanBodi. So we got some fun stuff going on over here, man. And I was thinking about some of these fortune teller people, the astrology people, or the people that read the tarot cards, or all of this stuff. And just since I was talking about the poopy before and the other new surface areas that have come up in my life at 57 years old, wow, looking forward to the next 30, 40 years. Should be interesting. So I was thinking, if they can read tarot cards, right, and they can read your palm, right, some of these palm readers, or they can do a seance and talk to spirits on the other side of the who knows where, or they can, roll up their dice or whatever they crumble up and throw it on a table and read that. Why can't you read poopy? Because I was looking in the Turlet the other day. Hey, if you're from Jersey, it's Turlet. And I looked down, as we do, just to check things out to make sure things look okay and there's nothing growing out of there. So I looked down and I had a poopy it was in the shape of a palm tree. And I said, wow, is anybody reading Poopy as a fortune teller? Maybe I should start a business, And I said, you know what is that? Could that possibly mean? Maybe it means after going through this frozen tundra episode here in Texas with this, I don't know, wintry winter of the last 100 years at 11 below wind chill, okay? Maybe it means reading my Poopy and seeing a nice palm tree in the turlet, that it means maybe I should move somewhere tropical and warm. So that's what that means. Oh my gosh. I'm having too much fun today. And let's see what else is going on over here, DeanBodi, as we go back and forth here. We talked about that. Oh, man. Bodi's cycle is definitely coming. Wow. Okay. Bodi's cycle's coming up any day now. I just know it. She's actually coming up on a year since the last one. I did not neuter her by choice. I wanted her to have the full hormonal nutrition in her system. And I wanted to see how it went. And it's really not that bad when they spot. I blanket this apartment with towels, and we go through the 3-week process. And then the towels go in the garbage, okay? And that's kind of how we do it over here. So that's coming up. I know it is. I'm on guard. When we come in from the outside and I wipe her tushy and I wipe her TT with the Huggy Wipe, I'm going to be able to see right away that if there's a spotting on there, we're going to know it's game on. Blanket this place with towels. It seems to be the best way. This way you're not spot cleaning the carpet every 5 minutes, and that's the best way. This guy is in my neighborhood, okay? And he's a character. He's a truck driver, and he's an Asian guy, and his wife, they're so awesome. I love them to death. I've known them for the whole time I've been here, 8 years, and watched their beautiful little girl grow up. Bodi knows them all. Bodi kisses the girl on the nose. It's the craziest thing. And now this girl's walking and not riding around in the stroller anymore. And this couple is really wild. And they love Bodi, and I love them. And one of the staples around the neighborhood that have been around a long time, like the neighbor from Boston or the mail lady, or it's a few other neighbors. We've been here a long time together. And this guy's a truck driver, and he parks his truck across the street, and he comes walking over, and Bodi and I are over here standing by the bus stop, and he's wearing his mask. And this guy the other day was bragging about how he got the vaccination and all this stuff. And I looked at him like, I'm not getting one. And then the post lady chimes in and she goes, she got COVID and she had to forcibly go into lockdown because she works for the government and go into, for 14 days and be sequestered or what do you call it? You know what it's called. Okay, I can't think of the word. Quarantine, that's it, for 14 days. And then the snow came with the frozen tundra, and she got another week off. So she was off for 3 weeks, and she was laughing about it like she went on a little 3-week vacation. But she just had a little sore throat, a little this, a little that. Nothing major, okay? And this guy's bragging about the vaccination. He's so excited he got it. And he's got to go back and get the second part of it, I don't know, in a week or whatever. So he tells me what happened. The first night, he didn't feel good after getting the vaccination. He had the runny nose and a sore throat. And then he got up the next day and he said he felt like Superman. And he was going through this whole thing. And I'm like, really? And then you're going to go back for the second one? Yeah. So long story short, I see him walking after parking his truck over by the bus stop with Bodi. He's got his mask on. And I'm like, what's with the mask? You had the vaccination. What are you worried about? And he goes, well, now I'm worried about the variants. I've never met anybody, I have before, but he's probably the worst, of worrying about everything. He just got approved. He's going to be buying a house. He's got a beautiful family. He's got all this stuff going on, but he's going to find the negative and the worry in everything like I've never seen before. And the post lady and I were talking about this today because she dropped off a package. And we were having a laugh about it. I'm like, he's got all this positive stuff going on. And anyway, not judging anybody. We're all worried about something. I know I am. I'm worried about this. Bodi's got the folliculitis. I got the gouty arthritis. I got the adrenal gland insufficiency rebuild. We all got our problems. But you try to find the positive to get you through, you know? And it's so hard to pull the positive out of this guy. And I was just messing with him the other day. And Bodi was looking at him, and I said, Bodi's worried about the variants too. And he started laughing. We had a laugh, and you move on. But anyway, man, this vaccination, everybody's doing their thing with this and that. What are you going to do? We're doing our thing. We're going after the BPC 157 next to help with the body's inflammation and coming after some of these aches and pains. And we might have to plan some trip to go somewhere tropical with Bodi because I read the poopy and it was the shape of a palm tree. Okay? So read your poopy today and call the 800-878-9698 and let us know what you find. How's that sound? She's the good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah, the good girl, Bodi. Yeah, the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. Bodi hotline, fun line, call it. Say something cool to Bodi. DeanBodi.com. We got the links on there. Want to get you to the podcast. Apple, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts. The other ones were on all the platforms. And what can I tell you? The social link is on there, too. We'll get you right over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show, YouTube channel. And, man, you got to come over here see the YouTube channel. You got Bodi's picture. We're showing up all the time. You can see the goofy faces that we make and do the little sing-alongs with us, and you get the animated version of the podcast. It all goes together. Enjoy whatever you enjoy, however you enjoy it. What can I tell you? Don't forget to click the like. Don't forget to ring that notification bell. You don't want to miss any of these shows. Why? Because these are real shows. We're coming at you. We are coming at you because this is DeanBodi. We're not going nowhere. The numbers are going up every day on the podcast. If you can leave a nice 5-star rating and review, would be awesome. We greatly appreciate it. If you like what's going on over here, consider subscribing. Please subscribe. And hey, help us on this journey. Give that algorithm a good uppercut and take it to the next level as we're growing together. Organically is how we're doing it over here, DeanBodi. I did mention DeanBodi Show coffee mugs the other day. Mine happen to have the Miami Dolphins logo on it. But I'm thinking about getting those, setting up some merch. We got to get the shirts going. I got to get this merch thing going on the website. I know I got to get things moving a little bit over here so we can get this DeanBodi energy out there to the universe. Bodi's telling me to get moving. So look, let's make this a great week. Take care of yourself. Get the nutrition going. Get this anti-inflammatory life going to keep things calmed down. Inflammation, you got to watch it. You got to set up your armed forces and don't let these creepy crawlies in there. That's all. Hey, that's how we're doing it over here, DeanBodi. Have an awesome rest of your week. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. DeanBodi.com. Oh, yeah.